Good morning, it's Miss Garbrick. I am videoing you from my daily walk with Bentley, and today what I want to talk to you about is something we started talking about before we left for break, was signs of spring. And I think we're going to see a lot more signs of spring now than we did when we went on our scavenger hunt, because it's been so warm out and the sun has been shining. So right now, right behind me, are some of the first flowers I always see around my neighborhood. When they start to bloom, I know that spring is on its way. It's a yellow bush. Maybe you can ask one of your parents what it's called. I tried to look it up on the internet, but I did not have any success. So Bentley and I, he is raring to go. We're gonna go search for more signs of spring. So join us. So one thing I always notice when it gets closer to spring is the temperature. Obviously it gets warmer, right? And it's warmer when we wake up in the morning than it usually is. So I always know that spring is on its way because I can feel the sunshine. Another thing that you're going to start to notice, because it's spring and maybe you've seen it around your neighborhood, are daffodils. They start to come up and say hello to the sun. So during the wintertime, the seeds or the bulbs of the plant stay dormant. And dormant is just another word for sleeping. So they stay asleep, and when the sun starts coming up, it warms them up and it wakes them up and they start to grow again. So see if you can find any of those around your house or neighborhood. Another sign of spring that you're going to start to see is mommy birds are going to start building nests. They're getting ready to lay eggs. So you can see this tree has a nest started. It's almost done, and I can actually hear the mommy bird yelling at me to get away from her nest. But another thing I noticed about this tree is that we talked about what those tiny little green things are called. And we called them buds, remember? And they're tiny little leaves that are getting ready to sprout. So I'm going to try to get a close-up of another tree that has some buds so we can look at it a little deeper. Behind me is one of my favorite trees. Any tree that flowers first, so think like pear trees, apple trees, they're going to start to flower now. And that's a way to attract the pollinators, like bees and bugs, to come and help pollinate their plants so they can start growing fruit. So this is beautiful, and if you have any in your neighborhood, definitely stop and take a look and see if there's any bugs starting to pollinate them so they can start growing fruit. Another thing that I have noticed that I haven't noticed in a while because of how cold it's been, but I have noticed bugs are back, which are actually important, because if bugs stay away, then our birdie friends and other animals that eat bugs, like bats and things, won't be able to get their dinner. So I guess it's a good thing, but I think I got a couple bugs up my nose. Okay, so I found some buds. Let's see if I can get up and close. So you can see that the bud is just starting to open up, and all of these will be leaves. So you can see on all of these branches, all the green buds are starting to wake up and come back alive, and they're gonna make this bush full of leaves and maybe flowers. But I think this bush, I've walked past it a lot. I think it only has leaves. But so take a look and see if you can find any of those around your neighborhood. The other thing that I realized about spring that that Bentley's excited about, but I'm not excited about, is that our backyard groundhog, we call him Gary. Gary the groundhog is back. Why do you think he's back? He's been gone for a while. Why do you think he's back? Yeah, he's waking up from hibernating. So he's been hibernating in a burrow under our shed, and he's back. Bentley's very excited to welcome him back to our backyard. I am not, because Bentley barks a lot at him. Well, friends, I'm almost back to my house. I'm gonna let Bentley off the leash and probably get some water. And my challenge to you today is number one: get outside. It is beautiful outside today, and fresh air is so good for you. And so get outside, and I want you to look for signs of spring. Maybe you have signs of spring around your neighborhood that I don't, and I'd love, love, love to see them. So you can either take some pictures and email them to me, or you can take a video, like I am, and create your own searching for spring video if you want to take one with your family, if they say it's okay. And I also know that I sent all of your families invites to Epic. Epic is free for families from now until June 30th. So if they sign up, I will resend them my code, but I think the invite might have the code in there. But if it doesn't, I'll resend the code, and I want you to read some books today about spring and really just enjoy it, because today is such a beautiful day. All right, my friends, I really miss you, but I know that being home is the best thing that we can do right now, and getting outside is even better. All right, I will talk to you soon. I love you.